Hey guys, Bad Science here, and today here with Telegamer Junkie once again for Fallstreak.
Yes, when we last left off,
We
the character I was voicing
got decapitated by my character that I was voicing.
Yeah, Mercy Killer.
Yeah, Mercy Kill because you were going to die. Your character was going to die either way.
Yeah, then that dragon showed up and destroyed. I don't know, has it destroyed the whole city yet?
It did destroy the whole city, and then it might be like some sort of time rewind sort of thing going on.
Because you said before it involved time.
Well, it involved dimensions.
Yes, dimensions, like
So it
different timelines.
potentially could be time travel. Anyways, let's get a start on this crazy story. The fish.
Is this where we were?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Sorry.
The fish in the bowl was happy. To it, the bowl was the world. The fish in the bowl was safe. It did naught but eat and swim. I asked of the fish in the bowl, what would it do if the world were to come to an end? That's a pretty dumb question. You wanna...
Perhaps it would accept it and pass on in peace. Perhaps it would resist until its final breath, which most people would.
And fish.
Or perhaps it would be lost and unable to do anything at all. Which in the end, if the world is ending,
yeah, that's most humans' responses.
Yeah, they would do anything.
Also, I've just realized I put the cup in the perfect way that the eyes are just appearing. It's just like, I
see through your soul. The fish did not answer. Imagine if the fish was like that, just staring.
Well, I don't think fish can talk.
Yeah, no, but death stares.
Unless you're talking about the flying fish.
It did not know what it meant for the world to end. Living day by day, it ate and swam.
Free of worry, free of thought.
Until one day, it realized the water was slowly shrinking. Who's reading me?
We're both reading.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter.
Since there's no one, let's just go line for line.
Its world became smaller.
To the fish, the water in the bowl was now the world.
It became smaller, making the fish afraid.
I thought that maybe now the fish would answer my question.
Good. Good answer. Yeah, it's close enough anyway. But it did not do just one thing.
The fish did many things.
Yeah, because it did a lot of functions of flopping around. It became mad. It became sad.
Standing in place, slamming the glass. How can it be standing if it's swimming?
Yeah.
This
It
is one
just
of
stays
those standing fish, you know.
Axolotl?
Yeah, I know there's fish that stand.
Really?
Yeah,
I did not know.
I'm pretty sure you can see it.
There's fish that have legs.
Yeah, I thought it was like this fish that had gills and stores of water in, and you can keep the water in for a few minutes and then just walk.
Okay. On land.
Yeah.
Wow, okay, that's evolution for you.
Yeah, I saw a video somewhere. That's literally like evolution. Like, hey, the fish crawled up onto the land and evolved into a monkey, and then I don't know what the gist of it, but there was a fish who started walking on land, and all of this happened. Apparently, I don't know.
I think that's editing.
I think it's evolution versus
editing.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
Who's reading?
My name. Yeah. It did so many more things than eat and swim.
But regardless of what the fish did, it did not matter.
There was no meaning in what it did.
But at least for me,
It was more interesting to see it like this.
there was something sweet about how it struggled so.
It was then that the fish found its voice and cried out.
Save me, save me, save me, save me.
Wait, this is an evolution for the ages. Fish that can talk.
Yeah. It's like a magic carp. This hit that with an evolution. This magic carp evolves into
Gyarados?
yeah, that's like that big
Yeah.
thing, which I remember when I first saw that, I was like, what?
And that evolution would basically destroy the world.
I saw
If you watch game theory.
Yeah, I actually saw a news video of Sky beat Pokemon with Magikarp. Don't know how.
No, technically it would be possible.
No, all I remember is when you have Magikarp, what the hell can it do?
Magikarp.
Oh, Splash. Magikarp. Instead, Splash. Does nothing.
Hearing its voice, I answered.
I will save you. I will save you.
You have to say it at least twice. Otherwise it won't work. After all, I wanted to see it do many things.
Many more things than eat and swim.
Then eat it. That'll do many more things for you.
Let's say you drink. What are you drinking under there? Like, you must be dehydrated.
Mm.
Do fish get dehydrated?
Only when you put them over fire.
I guess so. What do you think?
But nah, I don't think they would.
I think it works like a whale, where if a whale's
Like
in
if
the water, it
like
starts.
yeah, drying out.
Yeah.
But you have to do it in a certain way for it to dry out. I'm pretty sure. Or you just leave it on the beach and just walk away for a day and then come back and it's just dry.
Is it me or you?
I don't remember. You go.
I took the bowl, held it close within my arms.
Chip, crack, shatter.
All it took to end the world was the softest squeeze.
World's softest hug. And then killed someone. The fish fell.
Through the darkness, it fell.
Until at long last,
Splash, a droplet against the water's surface.
Surface.
I was pausing for dramatic effect.
nah, that's not a good time to pause.
Yeah, droplet against the water's surface. Surface paradise. Surface paradise. Here we go.
Ripples radiated into the void. Radiating into the void, thank you. It made a pretty pattern.
The fish rejoiced.
It had been saved.
It no longer had to fear the waning water.
What about the waxing water, though?
Waxing water. Water that dairy.
But as it looked around, it seemed confused.
Something was wrong.
Something was different that it could not describe.
With uncertainty in its heart, the fish swam forward. Swam forth. Forth forward.
And soon it hit the fourth wall.
Yeah, I need to get glasses.
Forward.
March. It swam and swam. Or swam and swam, however you want.
It swam, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Swam, isn't that you?
Swam, though it's different like countries' pronunciation.
Yeah.
It swam and swam. Swam.
Swimming until it could swim no longer. Because it hit a wall.
But no matter how much it pushed forward, double back, turned around.
Wait, it went backwards?
I think it's meant to be a metaphor for how, fish, goldfish, gold, goldfish doing that bowl. That's what it's meant to be, I think. Forward, double back, turned around. So no matter what direction it goes, it will...
Always find the same spot.
Yeah.
Nothing greeted but a yawning abyss. So, there we go, the abyss that yawns.
Maybe that's meant to be that circle there is like the area it can swim to, it can't swim past it or something.
No, it's using an image from earlier.
Yeah, I know, but like the droplets are meant to simplify, okay, you can only go as far as this area where the water is echoed from the drop, where it's spread.
Well, technically it would echo forever.
True.
But at a point it stops in the end anyway.
I guess.
When it realized the one truth it took comfort in was
Was a lie.
a lie, it showed me something nice. That is a confusing sentence.
one truth until comfort him was a lie. Not really.
It depends on how you read it, doesn't it?
Realize the one truth that
No,
relied
I realize now it's just how I read it.
Nah. I laughed and told the fish.
Welcome to the world. Are we gonna get a new image?
Oh, is the girl I was voicing, is she the fish now, being reborn?
I do not know. Oh!
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this.
Oh, this is a completely different. Oh! Those
Who were they?
the two characters with masks, they've been on the Twitter page. You want to take this character?
Art point. From servant of God to the venerated. From venerated to the beatified.
Okay, we're gonna get a lot more complicated words, aren't we?
Probably. Surely the refulgence of the Lord dwells within thee, for miracles beyond counting have been woven by thine hand. Today we canonize a saint that does not watch over us from heaven, but guides mankind forth with their feet firmly planted upon the earth.
This is the church, I think.
Is the saint the dragon?
No. No, but this is the church that my character was from. Like the previous characters that we were playing were from.
Let her name be heard. Saint Verason. None of us voiced the Verason, right?
No. A hero of humanity, a paragon of the people. For the one who led the prototype CD section, perhaps it was only a matter of course. The lost children, that was what our unit was known as now. Due to its near non-existent survival rate, the names and faces of the fallen were never known for long before another took its place. To fight and be forgotten, to fall and fade into obscurity. For the full-on hope that stood at the forefront, that was the only fate that awaited us. The march of time had brought us campaign after campaign. Yeah. Either way it works, doesn't it? Until at long last, no enemies remain to march against. With the remnants of humanity united under the banner of the Sylvane Church, our role came to an end. And so, it was only natural to be given a new role. Okay, that was just a scene just to pad out characters, I guess.
This looks like a laboratory.
The heck? You want to read?
Sure.
Okay, there?
Yeah, this is late night. The HBM's headquarters under the Cathedral City. Wait, so this is the Cathedral City where the dragon attacked, right?
No. The dragons attacked a different city.
Somewhere
That was in the
Russia.
middle.
Yes, I'm telling you it was Russia. I bet you if it is, I'm gonna be like, woo!
Okay, so you got Russians for the church.
Why can't Russians have a church? Russia.
That's the point that I'm trying to make. Because it's not like it's a different. It's like don't so many Russians being Christians.
Anyone can be a Christian. Anyone
But
can even people from different countries can convert to Christianity or Buddhism or Satanism or whatever it is.
Once again, I had returned.
Only this time I was heading to an area I had never set foot in.
PID on 2 personnel requesting to enter Central Ring. Biometrics authentication confirmed. TS/SAP clearance confirmed. Cross-check on pre-authorized scheduled traffic confirmed. Lowering airlock bulkhead. No foreign or unaccounted elements detected within closed environment. Vestibule. Releasing multi-tiered gate lock. Access to Socotrine corridor granted. Corridor.
It bears repeating, but what you're about to see is highly classified SCI.
A spectacled man rang in. According to the briefing I had been given, he was one of the principal minds behind the HPM's flagship Black project. Hey, my character's still here!
Or is this like meant to be before?
It might be before, it might be after. I think it's after though.
Yeah.
Is this what we will be protecting?
As we travel down the corridor, the walls transition to glass panels. Row after row of pod-like machinery could be seen beyond the glass. Not quite. This is the auxiliary processor server farm. While it is also integral to our aims, your role is security of what is considered the HPM's most valuable asset.
The scale of the server farm was staggering. So we got a lot of data here. Though we had already walked a fair distance, it showed no sign of ending. This is better than the server in Watch Dogs 2 then.
Yeah.
Remember
those.
Yeah, no, remember the server section?
On Watch Dogs 2, not
With-
many server sections.
No, it's like the final
Oh, no, oh, yeah, I know.
like you have to solve like the giant puzzle.
Yeah. The final mission,
Yeah, it's bigger than this is bigger than that.
Really?
Well, yeah, because remember that literally was a situation where no one could like it is like roof to floor, and it was multiple colors. This, however, is setting up to be bigger.
Tell me something. As someone who has been on the front lines from the edge of the world and back, I would like to ask for your frank opinion.
Okay, so this is after. Dina's dead.
As things stand now, do you think humanity has a chance of surviving?
I ponder the question posed to me, but it does not take me long to arrive at an answer. No. Shut up.
You're the one who said no.
No,
I asked
that's
you
the
the
joke.
question.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying shut up. Against the 10th calamity, we are living on borrowed time. What's the 10th?
That's a dragon.
No, that's number 12.
You know?
The 10th calamity, the claret biomass. Have it in there, you got clarinet.
How did all the
Yeah.
calamities die? Did the dragon kill them? Or...
I don't know. I don't think. No, the calamities aren't dead. The 12th is only the only living one.
They're talking about the 10th one here.
Yeah, but it's not a living being. It's just a biomass,
Okay.
which technically is a living being.
Because that sounds like a boss you'd fight. Claret biomass.
But you put an IN in there, clarinet biomass.
Yeah, it shoots biomass at you with clarinet.
Just imagine that type of fight in like Dark Souls. It'd be totally ridiculous, but it would make sense.
It'd be such an OP attack. A colossal organism that resembled a perpetually expanding sea of flesh. The claret biomass
okay.
It's like in the last of Us where it's like 60% of the population is dead.
Well, hey. In Last of Us, if they ever found a cure that way, that would be actually a pretty good situation in the end.
Well, they did find a cure in the first game.
Yeah, it was over.
Yeah,
But it's actually not.
oh,
Yeah.
I've seen that episode.
Yeah, me too. Though slow and to damage. Even
Even weapons of mass destruction and CD countermeasures had done little to stop its ceaseless advances.
Thank you. I don't know why I could not read that sentence. Its resilience and regenerative properties was why it was known by the appellation immortal flesh. We got an immortal calamity.
It's just like absorbing everything in front of us.
So technically, you could say there's two living things in the whole story. The dragon and biomass.
But I think the biomass is sentient now. It's just...
Yeah, it's not sentient, but it's still a living being. Even if we develop a way to stop the claret biomass, we have no answer to the continuing convergence of the Mercurian Sea. No, it's something made up for the story.
Are you sure? Oh, I'll be judged for that.
You want to read your line?
Yes, I will. That's right. I will.
Yeah.
That's right. This world would end without fail.
Will end.
This world will end without fail. That much is certain. Nothing short of a miracle on the level of God can save humanity.
At long last, we arrive at the final gate. Man, it was a boring conversation to get there, but we got there. Yep. You got another line?
I couldn't find it.
That's because it's just made for the story.
But if God will not hear our prayers, science will. Then we have no choice but to take His work into our hands.
Our own hands. It doesn't matter. The overseer places his palm on the gate.
This is the answer that we've arrived to.
It's a giant dildo.
Like, this actually, you can use that as a weapon in Cyberpunk. Yeah, you can like level it up like over 1,000 damage.
It's like floppy.
Yeah, no, I haven't got it yet. Like, you have to do a certain specific thing to get it.
With a hissing sound, it unlocks and parts.
Oh, it's early on. Who's that? Is that the character I was?
No.
The creation of a new world.
I think this is the girl that I saw earlier, in the first episode.
Oh, I wouldn't have seen her. Well, I did look back at your episodes, but I don't remember her.
Well, she was in the first episode of this game.
Right. I'm just trying to remember because I watched your videos a while ago after I did my first one.
Well, what you saw was the first game, and it's not related to the first game.
Okay.
I think she's the character that I saw in the first episode of this game.
Project New Socotrine.
Oh, odd. Would this be a prequel, actually?
Like the story we're reading now is set before?
Yeah.
Before the town gets attacked? I mean, before the city gets attacked by the Total Calamity?
No, a prequel as in a prequel to the first game.
Ah, okay.
Because I think that is a name in the game.
Because I haven't seen the other games to see.
Well, there's only one other game.
Okay.
There's only one other story, and that's the first one.
Well, I haven't seen the first
You haven't
one.
seen all, but
No.
You would have learned that of the town's name, right?
I'm just trying to remember because
But I'm not 100% sure, but I think that might be the name
of the town.
of the town in the first game.
Well, I'll have to take your word for it because I never.
I'm not 100% sure, so don't take my word for it. It is a very curious point. The moment I laid eyes on her, I knew. Perhaps it had been a vision or dream, but there could be no doubt she was the one that held me so many years ago. So, from the very start, we've already been through a few years. Wow. This is a fast game.
The one who pulled me back from the darkness, the depths. Subject 6L25861.
You forgot the dash in there.
But when they name the subjects, do they ever go like, okay, 1A, 1B, or they just like flop it on random names?
It could just be random.
Or it could be like 6L1, 6L2, 6L3, just keeps going.
That too.
An artificial human, genetically engineered to be an optimized conduit of CD that has been further blessed by a series of astronomically mutations.
That is a word.
Astronomically.
That is a word, isn't it?
Yeah. In order to push CD to its absolute limits, her brain was fused with the HPM's quantum supercomputer.
That might explain what I saw her earlier. Well, I saw her
Yeah.
in the first episode.
Resulting in a CD saver living processor capable of
Savant, I think.
savant living processor capable of creating the world of new Socotrine.
What?
Why does that sound like something a doctor would prescribe you?
Socotrine?
I have to give you 3 shots of Socotrine.
Could you look up Socotrine on your phone actually? Because I'm very curious if it is the city from the first game. And it's just, this whole thing is a prequel. Well, not even a prequel, like this is how the first game would be made.
Oh, what's the game called?
Fallstreak. The creation of a new world. It was nothing short of infringing on the domain of God. I had been shown that hope remains still. So hope's not moving?
They need her to get the ball going.
Yeah. A path to tomorrow existed. And yet, the sight before me did not inspire any sense of deliverance. Is she suffering? I don't know, she doesn't look like it. I was well aware how meaningless of a question it was. But regardless, it was not something I could leave unasked.
Because what Fallstreak is this? Is this number 2?
Technically, yes. Hey, you got a lie.
No.
You disagree with me now?
Project New Socotrine.
Yeah, that's what I was asking about. Specifications
entailed the suppression of her consciousness.
So yeah. Well, did you?
Yeah, I did look it up, but then I have to type in Fallstreak, Requiem of a Homeland.
No, it's just Fallstreak and then Socotrine. That's what you need to type in. You didn't have to type in all that other stuff.
I did. Fallstreak, Soco.
You misspelled it.
That comes up.
You misspelled it. It's N-E.
N-E. Yeah.
Socotrine.
Yeah, the land of Socotrine, but I don't know.
But that's the first game, not this.
Alright, so is this a prequel then?
It might be a prequel, But it says New Socotrine, so it might be a sequel.
Yeah. Then in New York, what happened to York?
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
This game is connected to the first game by the literal name of the place.
Project News Socotrine.
No, you already read that.
Her mind has been subsumed in the process.
Man, we're learning all sorts of words in this. I see. Then it's the same for those in the auxiliary processor server farm.
For a moment, my statement seemed to leave her at a loss. Yeah,
Leave him.
Leave him at a loss. Yeah, because that's not what you're saying. Why can't you speak English?
I'll splash you in the face with the remaining amount of water.
Holy water. That with the Socotrine. That's right. It's the same.
Just make sure the cup is like that. Creepy.
But he quickly recovers. It's not my place to determine whether or not what we're doing is right or wrong. But perhaps it's different for a living saint such as yourself.
With a quiet murmur, the overseer turns back and returns to the gate lock.
You've been given at will access privilege and full execute authority in matters pertaining to 6L-25861 security. You are free to do as you please.
Including free her.
Yeah.
It's just like, we just turn around and just like, what?
Probably.
Anything?
I've seen enough hentai knowing this is going.
Yeah, we both had the same thought.
Yeah.
With those final words, he exits the room, leaving just me and her.
Shouldn't it be just leaving her and I? You know, 'cause sometimes it's her, I and you, and it's like...
No. If it's like, if the sentence could just be just leaving just me in a room.
Okay.
You get?
Yeah.
Awkward silence.
Pause for dramatic effect.
I couldn't deny how shaken I was. For all these years, I had seen her face when I shut my eyes at night. That's a bit creepy. I had longed for the comfort and warmth I felt in her arms. And yet, to finally see her again in such a state, it made tremors ripple through my entire being. Somewhere inside me, a piece of me was howling out. Roaring, raging against the facsimile I wore.
Was that meant to be fake smile?
I don't know.
I swear that was facsimile.
It was facsimile. You can take the line.
I thought I had changed. I thought I had become someone who could carry out their role unhesitantly. Oh, it's that thing that's making that breathing sound. It's driving me crazy.
You want me to go and stop it?
No, it's fine.
But in the end, I was still nothing more than a powerless child wandering lost in the dark. That darkness, those depths.
Perhaps. I've never truly woken up from that dream.
It's just like, we find out this world is just a dream in someone else's mind.
It's like that Matthew McConaughey movie, Serenity, I think it is. Turns out it was all a video game created by a kid. It's like, what? A lot of people weren't happy about that.
I'm going to stop that. Because it is getting a bit annoying.
Alright, so this is the end of the video.
Hey.
Once more I was here. Knowing that she was here in this place, rest did not visit me. Once more I placed my hand on the glass. Nothing but a thin sheet separated us, but the distance felt hopelessly vast.
I couldn't reach out to her. I couldn't close the distance.
Just what was it that separated us?
You've already said it.
Use common sense.
It would have taken nothing at all to crush the glass between us and freedom.
She was just
Let's
wondering
do
what
it!
it was. She was like, what is it? It's separating us. It's like you just said right there, glass. Next.
The next sentence, just like, yeah.
But I couldn't do that. Something did not allow me to.
Turns out she's a robot.
Or the glass is where.
Super thick somehow.
Yeah. Or I guess her morals weren't whatever.
Yeah.
She knows what's at stake.
Just what was it that bound me so? How long have you been here?
Apparently, when I first met her, she had already long been integrated into the HP and its mainframe.
Yeah, it looks very uncomfortable. You're having tubes shoved up your back.
Yeah.
At least they're not anywhere, you know what.
Yeah.
That would be
I
worse.
don't think the other one's shoved in the back. It's like an oxygen mask.
Yeah. Hey, at least none of them are giving her the that. It was a project that preceded even the emergence of the calamities. Really? This is an old project. How old is she?
Yeah, let's think it. How long's the when did the first calamity start?
I don't know.
Somehow she had reached out for me when I needed someone the most.
We might actually find out how the calamities came into existence. Because the first game did a big shift and went into the history of the whole world. But what episode have you gotten up to? Of that first game?
Because I was watching you. No, I didn't.
No.
The first game. I watched the first walkthrough of this that you did.
Oh, okay.
So I could catch up when we started doing the third walkthroughs. I had no idea what was going on.
Well, this is all one walk,
Okay.
technically, because this is all one visual novel.
Okay.
Did you read the one?
Yeah, somehow she had reached out for me when I needed someone the most.
And yet, I could not do the same for her.
Yeah, she's using telekinesis. That's how she was able to reach out to her in the mind or
It
something.
just turns out it's actually just faults from Ruby.
Oh, approximately idiots.
You haven't watched that much, have you?
No,
But you watched up to volume 3, right?
I think so.
Or at least volume 2. Because Fox is in volume 2. He's a blind character.
Well, it was a lot of work. All I could do was press my hand against the glass. Did you rewind? All I could do was press my hand against the glass.
No, I didn't read mine.
Okay. This was the path I had chosen.
That was the part.
That was the path I had chosen. The type of person I had become.
A guardian of humanity. A protector of its future. Fuck over.
No, the calamities is fucking some more people. He's screwing everyone over by
Especially the
wiping out
dragon.
humanity.
The dragon's really going to hit Joel's off with humans.
Yeah, it gets it off with the humans just torching him, eating him, whatever. So.
Yeah, that was the role I had taken upon myself.
The weight I bore was nothing compared to what she carried.
Yeah, she carries a whole computer. Not really that heavy if you think about it. Unless she's carrying the whole mainframe.
Like, it's probably in her head.
That's gonna be one heavy brain.
It was nothing, and yet, like, can you measure a gigabyte? How heavy is a gigabyte? It's like probably.
Whoa, this line. Even that small weight that couldn't be compared felt like it was crushing me. We are getting so much lore now, aren't we?
Yeah. Time marched on, heedless of the discord within me.
She's got Discord inside.
Yes, Discord, add me. DM means message, right?
Direct message.
Yeah, DM me.
With the claret biomass drawing ever closer, pressure to complete project new Socotrine mounted.
New additions were made to the auxiliary processor server farm on a near daily basis.
At first, only 00 to 05 series.
00-05 series.
I just said 2 because that's what dash means in that sort of situation.
Okay.
Series artificial humans created for the express purpose of relegation to the server farm were used. Unless it is supposed to be a dash. Yeah. It's confusing, isn't it?
Yeah.
A dash can mean from this to this, or just a dash in a sequence.
But under the duress of time, the HPF expanded the scope of candidates.
Human experimentation test subjects, civilians that demonstrated CD aptitude. Anyone the HPM could use were put in an induced comatose state, placed in paralytic stasis, and rendered into living processes. What the?
Ouch! Yeah, don't want that.
No, that's not an ouch. That's just that. It's gonna be the Matrix. We're creating the Matrix here. How far was it acceptable to go for the sake of mankind's survival?
Very far, according to them. Well, okay. Perhaps it was called inhumane even, but none of that registered with me.
All that occupied my thoughts was what laid beyond the glass. And getting that sweet. Hey, my character's a girl, so
they're
just lesbian stuff.
They just met you. You bought me dinner first, mate.
When would it come to an end? When I get in there. When would she be free to get to me? I'm just doing a sexual prayer thing now.
How does she know her? How does the character
She saw her at the start.
In the dreams?
Yeah, she first appeared next to her as a vision, and has been appearing every time she closed her eyes, which is freaky.
Couldn't calm myself. Torn between something inside me that screamed to act and something else that shackled me, I simply stood in place.
It tormented me, watching her, not getting any action. I just turned into a sexual predator.
That tormented me not that she didn't do a single thing. Move! She screamed at the glass. But at the same time, not coming to this place wasn't something I could do.
I'm just turned into like a sexual predator.
Even it was a hollow, meaningless act.
Act. Almost similar, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Coming to this place, I would place my hand on the glass. I hope right where I move.
What are you doing?
I'm just in a room.
There was nothing else to do.
Because I go get any.
Why'd you go get yourself another glass of water? Go get something.
Yeah.
Get rid of the giggles. Why'd you keep skipping it?
Yeah, you can keep going.
So long as I walked this path, so long as I remained the person that I was, there was nothing else I could do.
If we get to the news section though.
If I were to call out to you, would you save me? Even though you are the one lost in the night. Even though you are the one denied respite. Won't you forsake your salvation for mine, my dear little fish in the bowl? That's a nice. That sounds like a song, actually.
So wait, is the fish supposed to be the girl?
Yeah, I think it's meant to be like the thing that's meant to be how she's the abyss is her consciousness because she's in there and she's trying to find a way out, but she can't. She's stuck.
Are we going to be getting to a new section?
Yeah.
Should we wrap up the episode here? Considering that we've had a massive launch.
Ooh, artificial life. What did I do? Didn't do anything. Okay.
No.
The phone just like hit the mouse. Okay.
Oh my gosh, that freaked me out for a moment there.
Make sure I didn't do anything.
Okay, I'm gonna save. But yeah. Oh my goodness, that is such a big lore drop for this series.
Yeah, so the fish I think is meant to be representing her mind.
Yes.
And she's trapped in and she just keeps bouncing back and forth. It's like that Black Mirror episode with Miley Cyrus, remember? And the aunt puts her in the coma.
Oh, and
the songs, yeah. And
like,
you're only using 4% of her brain.
The funny, I like how it's like, that episode is basically a Hannah Montana, but gone wrong.
Gone rogue.
Yeah. But we got a massive lore drop of Socotrine, which is the city from the first game.
And I don't know too much about it, but
you haven't. No, I don't know if it's a prequel or sequel or not. I'm just saying we had a confirmation of this town. Yeah. And it could be like it could take place after, and that's why it's in the first game it's surrounded by a fog. And going into and out of the fog is not recommended because it'll drive you insane. Yeah. And we actually see two characters in the first game that are absolutely like crazy. In fact, one of them has white hair. Like they both have white hair, so possibly could be a link.
I have no idea.
Me too. But anyways, links to both our YouTube pages will be down below, along with a link to everything else I use. Twitter, Reddit, Amino even. Because I use Amino.
I don't really just use anything, I just use YouTube.
Discord you have?
Yeah,
but
Discord.
You don't really use it for YouTube, don't you?
Yeah, I use that for YouTube, I just use that too.
I am trying to integrate Discord into the YouTube stuff, but it's hard to. Especially with the stuff that we record together, which is most of the podcast and this. Yeah. It's hard to find people that want to talk about anime. Yeah. Especially because we're both boring.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the links will be in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.
Yeah, we also did a video yesterday.
On your channel?
Yeah, on my channel, Remothered, for Broken Porcelain walkthrough part 3, so be sure to...
I'll put a link to it
in
the description as well. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when the next Fallstreak video comes out. I'm Mad Scientist out.
See you.